Something deeply exhausting about always having to explain yourself, trying to prove your intentions, justifying your choices, making people understand why you said what you said, why you didn't reply right away, why you drew a boundary, why you walked away. And the truth is, you could explain yourself with every ounce of honesty in your heart, and some people will still twist it. Not because you weren't clear, but because they weren't listening. They never were. People hear you based on who they are, not based on what you say. If someone's heart is full of insecurity, pain, or ego, your truth will sound like an attack. If someone is committed to misunderstanding you, your explanations will only give them more ammo to use against you. It's like handing someone the script to your soul and watching them tear out pages they don't like and rewrite the rest to suit their story. That's not connection, that's performance. And you're not here to perform. You don't owe anyone a detailed report of your healing. You don't owe everyone access to your reasons. The moment you feel like you have to keep explaining yourself to be respected, it's time to step back. Respect that comes with conditions isn't real respect, it's control dressed in polite language. And you don't need to shrink yourself to be palatable for people who only accept you when you fit into their expectations. It's not your job to make people comfortable with your truth. It's not your responsibility to water yourself down so others can swallow you more easily. You are allowed to make decisions that others don't agree with. You are allowed to protect your peace without giving a play-by-play of your inner world. You are allowed to say, "This is what feels right for me," and leave it at that. The more you grow, the more you realize that clarity doesn't always require communication. Sometimes the clearest thing you can do is walk in alignment with your peace, even if it confuses people, even if it disappoints them. Especially if they expected you to stay small, stay silent, or stay stuck. Explanations can become a cage when given to the wrong people. You start overthinking every move. You start apologizing for things that didn't need apologies. You start shaping your truth to fit what they want to hear, instead of standing in it as it is. And before you know it, you've lost yourself in the process of trying to be understood. But you are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be whole, even if that wholeness confuses those who only knew you in fragments. And let's be honest, some people like the version of you that was always available, always agreeable, always explaining, because that version made them feel comfortable and in control. The moment you stop over explaining and start honoring your intuition, you disrupt that dynamic. And not everyone will like that, but their discomfort is not your burden. You'll know you've reached a new level of peace when you can sit with someone's confusion without feeling the need to fix it. When you can walk away from a conversation that demands too much of your spirit and not carry guilt with you. When you can make a choice that's true to your soul and not overthink how others will perceive it. That's power, quiet power. Think about all the times you explained your worth to someone who had already decided they wouldn't see it. All the hours you spent trying to convince someone that your boundaries weren't an attack. All the energy wasted on justifying your heart to people who were never trying to meet you with theirs. It's time to reclaim that energy. You don't need to be loud to be clear. You don't need a long speech to make a strong decision. Sometimes the most powerful explanation is no explanation at all. Just living in a way that's rooted in truth. Just being at peace with not being for everyone. Just trusting that the people who are meant to be in your life will respect your boundaries, not demand justifications for them. There is so much freedom in choosing not to explain, not because you're cold or arrogant or indifferent, but because you finally understand the value of your voice and you refuse to hand it over carelessly. You are no longer available for debates about your worth. You are no longer entertaining arguments that start with, but why can't you just? You don't need to attend every emotional tug of war you're invited to. You don't need to open every door that knocks just because it's knocking. And you definitely don't need to sit in discomfort just to prove that you're kind. You are allowed to walk away from conversations that drain you. You are allowed to protect your peace even when people call it selfish. Self-preservation has never been selfish, it's sacred. So the next time you feel that pressure to explain yourself, to make someone else feel okay with your boundaries, to soften your truth so it doesn't ruffle feathers, pause, breathe, and remember that not everything deserves an explanation. Some things are sacred, some choices are personal, and some peace is worth keeping, even if others never understand why. Don't explain, just walk away.